Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to a new episode of Tester Tech. In this video I will be continuing where I left off last time, and I'm actually looking at one rise and see if I can make it my own and even improve upon it. So let me know if I won by tossing a like and a dislike if you think I screwed it up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Channel name is Tester Tech and I create videos about Linux, automation, testing, and I also do some coding on the side. If you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the content I've planned in the future. So on Reddit, there's a subreddit called Tester Tech. I created that to get to know my community a little bit, so feel free to reach out there. And without further ado, let's dig into the video. So let me start by this, showing you this screenshot. Maybe if you see my previous video, you recognize the screenshot. Actually one of the rises that I showed you last video, and I said, well, I do have some things that I don't like totally, and this is an image, and it was the icons here. I didn't like it, and this I did like, of course, and this was also very cool. I thought what was missing was the system tray icons. So I missed that. And what I did, I also said, well, I'll probably have a go with it, with this Polybar, and make it my own. And that's basically what I did now in this video. So in this video, I will go over the Polybar, what did it change, and how did it look like. And I think for me, it's an improvement. Although I must say that this original one is very aesthetic. So let me show the result. So this is my end result, and I've chosen the same wallpaper just to give you an idea. And if you look at this, I have a little bit more workspaces, and I also removed the icons from there, and I put them here at the bottom. What you can also see that if I remove my mouse from that top bar, it becomes transparent. So if I move my mouse here, it becomes opaque. You cannot see through it. So, and the same goes for this below bar. So very subtle, but it's still there. Now there are no windows, so this is just one dot. And here you have the volume, the speed. Maybe I should remove this one, the speed, and the battery percentage, the time, and the date in there. So that's good. And here we have these icons with the disk space, CPU utilization, memory, and the temperature. And here you also have the speed. And here, very important, you have these tray icons. So one tray icon is very important for me. For example, this power control tray icon. And also copy queue tray icon there. So that makes it perfect for me, to be honest. So if I open up, and then you have the title here. So I didn't change these colors. So the colors of these texts here. I didn't change that because I liked the aesthetic. And the only thing that I do notice that you have these underlines, right? I'm not sure if I like it. Maybe I will remove it just to check if it's yes or no. So this is back to the original one. This is this, and here the underline makes a little bit more sense, I think. But for me, here it's a little bit more squished together. And I also added some line here, 1 pixel, and also a line here, 1 pixel, that has a kind of a highlight color. Just to, I was used to that anyways, so I thought I just keep it like that. So that's, I think, pretty nice. And also, I want to show you in this video real quick. Neo fetch, and I have 16 colors here, and that was the Pywal before from Dylan. It was not updated anymore, So I looked around and there's another Pywal that is a fork, and it has the command line arguments for 16 colors. That's pretty awesome, so I think I will be using that from now on. So I'll fit in the... So I did remove these, the network from there. Let's see, scripts. Polybar start. Yeah, the Volun as a team, so I removed the... Yeah, you can keep playing around with it to your heart's content. But this is pretty nice, I think. So now the speed is gone from here, and it is just being shown here. And in a previous video as well, I used this image browser to tweak. And yeah, that's basically what I did. I wasn't too happy about the colors. So I looked around how to enhance that experience in terms of colors. And then I found out that there was a fork of the Pywal with 16 colors instead of 8. So that's a major improvement, I would say. So before we dive into that, this is on my own machine. I have the Polybar. I will have the GitHub link in the description down below. So I used to have hack as a folder here, but now I put in, I called it Volun because of the username. And I put his or her, I think it's a he, but that doesn't matter. But put the user's scripts Polybar configuration in here, and I adjusted it a little bit. So what did I do? First of all, I made these relative, so I can move these around. And I added bars.ini. That's new. So if you look at modules, bars.ini. So to get these tray icons nicely in here, I had it before, so I was just looking at my older config, and there I noticed that I had a bar there and bar main. And bar main is inherited by the other bars. So here, bar top inherits bar main, and bar bottom also bar main. So you have 3 bars, one general bar with all your configuration in there, and then some specific bars. So one for the main, and that is, bar top, and that is bottom false. So the border bottom size is 1, that's this one. And that color is foreground 2 from the colors. So let me click on that real quick. The colors are coming, so I said I left these alone, and that is indeed the case. But what did I do? I called XRDB. So XRDB, if you may know, that is, in my case, it inherits the Pywal colors. Let me see. Open, home, and X resources, this one. So X resources, this one is from Pywal. So if you run Pywal, it will update the color scheme here. All right, so that's how it works. So I think this is the way to go. And directly from this colors.ini, I inherit these dynamic colors, and that I will change it in a minute. But it automatically updates. But these are left alone because I like the aesthetic of that, to be honest. So the bars.ini, that's this one here. You have some i3, so you can, if you use the scroll wheel, you can scroll. That's pretty good. And this is the modules for center. As like I said, I only had the workspaces here. Those are this one, X workspaces. So, and left is like that thing here, like the half circle, and right is the thing here, the half circle, and that's actually a font from the Nerd fonts. I was tinkering around with it, and I found that yeah, it wasn't misaligned. So in the end, I did some changes to the font size, and then it worked. So here you have the fonts. So SureTech Mono, Nerd Font. You have all these fonts here. And what is also good to know, so I'm jumping a little bit from one to another, but yeah, I think you can follow. So this is not actually not used. And X Windows, Spotify, not that. I think it's a MISC then. Yeah, it's a MISC. So here you have the module left. You have the content here. And the content font is 4. And that is the same as in bars. Here, 4. At least I think it's this one, font 4. Could also be this one maybe, but I'm not sure. But I tweaked it, and initially it was 2, I think, but I ended up using 4. It was bigger, and then it matched it nicely. So I thought, yeah, we'll just leave it like this. And I also played around with another font, and I went to the Nerd Font cheat sheet, and I found the font there. So we have some alternatives here. So RL or Alt, but yeah, if you dig into this, yeah, just play around with it. Just know that this is the voiceover, and the slashes you have here. So that's pretty nice, subtle slashes. But I ended up using not too much slashes. If you look at the original, so here all these slashes. All right, so let's do it like this. So now you see it better. So it's subtle, but yeah, it's spaced out. So if you like left and then a widget and then slash, space, slash, and then a widget, slash, space, slash, etc., etc. And ending with the right one. So, okay, and that being said, the bars, I was explaining that. So the bar top is this. And at the right, you have the audio, battery, yeah, I explained it already. And the bar bottom, you have these modules here, these icons here. And center is empty. And left space and WLAN speed. And on right, so now it's a nice pill shaped, as you can see. And also the tray. Now this tray, you can adjust the scale if you want. It is on the right, the padding 0, etc. So that shows the tray. That's very good. So there was one thing that was, yeah, not showing the tray was because of the offset. And I commented out. I'm not entirely sure why this is there, the offset. But I basically, when I removed the offset, the tray was showing. So there was took some time before I figured that one out. Yeah, so that's there. And yeah, for the rest, lots of comments. Maybe I clean it up a little bit more before you get it. Before I put it on the GitHub. So the height is 23. And the border size is 5, just like the border around that. Yeah, and some strict things with the monitor. I decided to remove those. Monitor, you could do strict true, but I put it on false anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure why you want that, but yeah, this is quite flexible. So I know why you want it. Then it's always a bar on a specific monitor, but for me, that's not too important, I would say. So that is the bars. Let's save it indeed. Close. I explained that. I explained this. Yeah, so I changed it a little bit. And I placed it in a separate folder. One thing I do see missing, I think. I will also add a link to the original repository, just to give credit where credit's due. That's what I'm missing. And For the rest, it speaks for itself, I think. So I also have some other videos about Polybar. And if you're just getting started setting it up, definitely check it out. And this is a little bit further down the line, I would say. And I think it's very cool. So let me know what you think. So did I improve it or did I destroy it? And you'll be the judge. So let me close that one. Close that one. So here you have that image browser, right? So I showed it in the previous video as well. So let me show the vertical dolphin here. So here you have dolphin again. So it's quite nice. Like I see it now, it's very good in terms of styling. And you see that color 8 is this color. It's quite consistent. Color 8 is quite consistent. And this is with the 16 colors. So it's a different Pywal. So I definitely want to stick with that. Oh, I haven't showed you that. So let me show you. So it's in my config. No, that is in scripts. Home. Scripts. And here you have the pywal.sh. Here. Yeah, I just noticed that this is very specific, but yeah, I reversed it anyway for the Polybar. This was very specific for hack, and I think I will refactor it, so don't worry about that. So yeah, I was just tinkering with all these options. So basically wall.I is path to image, and the first argument is the image, and that's the image being displayed here in this case. Q quiet, and then calls 16. So 16 colors, and this is the repository here. There's the repository. Ailis. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is a fork. And it said somewhere that it's kind of like a permanent fork because they were nobody sure what happened to Dylan. So I think this will gain lots more traction in the long run. Yeah, and see that yeah, pull requests are being there are no pull requests open, and yeah, it's 2 issues only. So yeah, maybe I will also put my console template in here. I think that will add value for everybody. But yeah, that's for another video, I would say. Just wanted to show you this Pywal. So it's a 16 colors fork of Pywal. So pretty awesome, and definitely helps the experience with Pywal. So yeah, let me know if you need help setting it up. Basically, you can clone this repository and run the setup py for your user, and then it should be good to go. And the command to run that, let me check user. Yeah, here you go. So if you have cloned the repository, then you go into the repository python setup py install -- user, and before, I'm guessing before you do that, you first must create build, and then after that install. Alright, so maybe I can make a quick follow-up video if you want, but should be reasonably good to do. Anyway, I digress a little bit. So the colors 16, definitely in there. So this is not needed anymore. I will definitely remove it. Alright, so all these things. And I also have the console color scheme. I have it in there, and the plasma color scheme, like I said in the previous video about the plasma color scheme. So I changed this, and I just went through all these colors and I updated a couple of them, and just to match. And how did I do that? I checked here. So I used my own utility, what it's meant for, and I picked some colors that I thought will be better. And I ended up with this. So very happy with that result. And here you see all these colors. Anyways. So yeah, that's it for that. And let me just demonstrate. So here you have this wallpaper. And you can just click on Pywal. It will update it. Update the color scheme. It was a very subtle change. Maybe you saw it. And this has also been changed. And if you do get colors, you see the different colors. And if you right click, you see the accent color here. So that is, I think it's 13. And I think it really helps, yeah, the whole theme. So, it really helps a lot, I think, in the whole aesthetic. So you can do some others. So this, for example, let me do Pywal. We'll update it. You see, this is barely changed, but still it is different. Definitely know it's different. If you click the colors, it's almost the same, but it stays quite consistent. But I think I like that, to be honest, for now at least. So a whole lot of colors here, right? So see the accent is also changed, and like differentiating rows, it's quite a big difference, the gray and the brown, but yeah, but it's open source and you can change it yourself if you want. So NeoFetch, I think that's the old colors. Now open up, that's the old one, and open up a new one, NeoFetch. Oops. So these are the new ones. And as you can see, this matches this layout. I think this is very nice. Now I notice very nice way to sort these colors. I think I should also do it like this. All right, so yeah, for the rest, I think that kind of, oh, one thing maybe, here the Firefox, you can have Pywal Fox, and yeah, it's already gray. If you don't like this background, you can change it here as well, so the palette, but I think I like this this anyways. Quite neutral, easy on the eyes, and I think that is the way to go. So let's do a different one. For example, this one. It's very different. Click on it, update it. As you can see, it's gray but slightly different. Get the colors. As you can see, it's a nice, very nice color scheme. This is quite subtle, I would say. It's gray, blue, yellow. It's very nice and subtle. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also made a little so the Fallen's color scheme of NeoVim. It's not exactly the same, but it looks a little bit like it. What I do, I use Kate, and here you have the color themes. I created one, Fallen, because yeah, you can change it, right? So you can change these colors. So I looked at his screenshot and tried to do match the colors the way I saw. It's not totally matching, but still it's close. Yeah, I think that's just about it. And yeah, let me know what you think, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.